He'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. The Saints at 0-7, winless to start the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Miller will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
A point after, good by Groupie. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action. Daniels. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Albert Okuwebunam, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. And you look at the Saints defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Slh is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. He's across midfield, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way. So
they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington has taken the lead. Slide for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jerron Johnson, 69 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Groupie able to add the PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw is Daniels. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And some space here. Past the 20. 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. A point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Washington. Albert O, 84 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now Joey Slh for the point after. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Back to throw here. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Eluding the pressure right. He lets it go deep for Olave. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time,
They were on guard. Incomplete.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. In motion right, Olave. Rolling to his right. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Going deep for Walker. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to throw again. They fights him up, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Groupie able to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. He's going to go up top again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To the air goes Daniels. Wow, and that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before break. Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now, that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32. You
okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Second and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The end result, 21 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Rondale Robinson from 8 yards out. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Groupie for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Oh, boy, Derrick Henry shaken up after that last play and in some discomfort down there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 17 there. Good for a Commanders first down. Now Daniels. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here's Daniels. Finding Walker, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Slh is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Joey Slh now to kick off after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And that one going to be slowed up before it can really get going. Good work defensively to read the trickery and make the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Saints are able to stretch out their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the point after, good by Groupie. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Throwing now is Daniels. Over the middle, that's the tight end Senate. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Daniels looking to throw. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Looking to throw. Daniels. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, here's Daniels. That is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back now here live in New Orleans. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. Touchdown, Washington. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, And that cuts the lead a bit further. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, the second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Daniels. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are back within a score. So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. Daniels going to try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
He's got his target. That's complete. But he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. A really nice gain of 25 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now, things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 4. To the air goes Daniels. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. 46 yards. And the Commanders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A big play looming on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Back to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming.